Good morning everyone and welcome to day 14 of the Pennine Way adventure. And I've had a very slow start this morning. It's 10 o'clock. Didn't get to sleep until gone 12 last night because of the editing and things like that, but yeah, I feel quite refreshed this morning. So I've given myself a late start after an early rise. 3 problems last night. Snorer Mark II, he was in the room above. He woke me up at about 1 in the morning, and then there was some people laughing and joking as they came back to their room at about 1:30. And then Mr. Snoozer McSnoozerson, he had the loudest alarm possible but kept snoozing it. So I was awake from just before 6, but I feel fine. I've had coffees and all's good with the world. Today's walk is a rather short in comparison, 50 miles, something like that, from here at Greenhead to Byrness. It's going to be I'm expecting a nice gentle walk, bit of a woodland section. It's going to be good. But first, I'm going to head to the co-op in Bellingham, and stock up for today and tomorrow, because there are no shops from here to the end. Right, let's do it. Obviously, when I say that the walk starts from here at Greenhead, it's not Greenhead, it's Bellingham. Not enough coffees, obviously. First incline of the day, and look at the weather. I've just come off the phone to Rob. He's on Windshield Crag at the trig point there, and yeah, something's smiling down on us. The weather's pretty good at the minute. Okay, so let's have a bit of an update. Body wise, totally fine. No real aches or pains or anything like that. I'd got an existing running injury on my big toe on my right foot. And I felt it last night. I'd not felt it at all, excuse me, through the whole journey. But yeah, last night, especially when I took the weight off it and put the weight back on it, it hurt a little bit. So it took me a moment to get going. There is a sheep dead over there. Update number 2. Not about me this time. It's about what we've raised. Checked the page this morning when I woke up, and including the donation from work, which I'll have to add on when I get back to work, we're over £2,000. £2,000 to say we only set up the page, well, about 72 hours ago, something like that. And that, my friends, is absolutely astonishing. The fact that you've all been so generous and dug deep for this, well, really vital charity. As I said yesterday, I'm absolutely speechless, and I was talking to Lisa about it last night. I really cannot believe how much support you've shown over this last, what are we on now, 14 days. It's been amazing. Never really set out to do it in the public eye, so to speak. As I mentioned the other day, once again, I had even considered doing it under the radar and just uploading the videos afterwards, but I was speaking to Dale yesterday, and I'm so glad that I chose to upload them every day. I mean, it's been a bit of a chore at times, waiting for the camera to send the files to the phone, but you know what, it's so worth it. So worth it that we've been able to, I suppose, generate the interest in what's going off, but also point it towards the raising of some money for charity, instead of it being all about, as I say, ginger, gathering bruises, sunburn, and smelling of bog. Right, let's get moving. It's warm this morning. I think we'll definitely go around that guy there. It's another boggy one. I've been trying to follow the route on the map and stay as close to the original dotted path as possible, but over the years, I imagine, as the water moves around and places dry out and get boggy, It's moved slightly off the plotted course. The big guy surveying the herd. Let's see if I can get past the bovine bog block. That went quite well, thankfully. He was watching me though. Thank you for safe passage. It's warming up quite nicely now. Definitely time for sun cream, I think. I will utilise that style there, I think. It's a great little moorland section, this. Lots of heather. I think if we'd been here a few weeks ago, maybe a month tops, it would have been beautifully purple. But it's like being back in the peaks again, being back in the Peak District. The going's good so far. I'm glad that I stopped to put some sun cream on though, because it's really hotting up today. We're about just over a third of the way in, and I know for a while we're going to be climbing over the moors, but we're going to descend into the forest, and it'll be some nice sheltered forestry tracks all the way down to Byrness. And not from Greenhead either. Definitely from Bellingham today. My friend Colin mentioned or asked if I could, when I'm taking the photos and videos and stuff like that, just send them straight to the phone so there's not so much of a bulk of transferring to do in an evening. But do you know what? When you set them both up to transfer, you can't breathe around them, or else it takes forever or the connection breaks. So I've just been trying it this morning to send things across, but just not working. We're getting our first view of the Cheviots now. That's probably, shoot me if I'm wrong, but that's probably the Cheviot just there. The actual Cheviot. Looking good though. I can't stress enough how appreciative I am as well that I'm getting good weather. It must be the YouTube gods smiling down on me, because let's face it, if it had been terrible weather every day, it wouldn't have made fantastic viewing, would it? It would be subpar viewing. Look at the view. Grey, cloud, no. I'm due to finish tomorrow, which is Saturday. The rain is due to arrive Sunday. So, although that means fantastic news for me and for you guys at home watching this, I do feel for Rob, Murray and Julie and all the other crew walking the way. Yeah, so fingers crossed the rain doesn't push as far east as it's looking like it may. Hello Peat Bog, my old friend. I've come to squelch through you again. We're now on Whitley Pike. The views are good. Well, I'm just minding my own business, having lunch, and I get invaded by a plague of flying ants by the looks of it. It's going to be a real strange feeling, you know, going back to work on Monday in like 2 or 3 days time or whatever it is. Kind of got used to this lifestyle now. Get up in the morning, someone provides me breakfast. I walk, I stop, I eat, I walk, I stop, I edit, I go to sleep, and I do the same the next day. I quite like that. Although I am missing the people from work. You've been great, you've been supporting me as well, so they've all been getting their daily dose of Dean. a nice climb up the hill here. And there wasn't a breath of wind until I got to here, so I'm just enjoying a cooling breeze. I am not complaining one bit. If it was raining, it'd be a whole different story. So I've got plenty more methods of carrying water as well. So if tomorrow is like the same as this and no breeze, then I'm going to need all the water I can carry. Right, let's continue on. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You'd be in the hospital or infirmary. You would have a dose of the flu or even pleurisy. Come on, if you didn't have your feet in your wellies. I'm glad to be the top of that one. We can pretty much see tomorrow's route now. Out of the valley there, up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over to the Cheviot, and then down to the finish line. The first bit of shade I could find, I just had like 15-20 minutes out of the sun there. It's quite warm coming across there. We've only got 5 more miles to go and it's undulating, but the majority of it is downhill, so this should be a nice relaxed section through the forest. I was just sat there enjoying the silence. The sound of the birds and the wind whistling through the pine plantation here. Just another day on the Pennine Way. Perfectly serviceable forestry track, literally 30 yards that way. But now we go through the bracken. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Not only is there bloody bracken, we've got nettles, thistles and midges. Sorry about the accent just there, I've just been listening to Billy Connolly. You may have guessed earlier on though, we'll have another rendition. If it wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? You have a slug on your leg, or even pleurisy. Ow! Thistles. What kind of sick joke is this? Literally, there's the forestry track, the little pink line, and we're heading down here. It's just there, man, come on! Looks like the forestry track climbs up the side of the hill as well now. Well, there it is again. That little leg through the bush there was pretty unnecessary. Look at that, it's just a beautiful day. Topping up the energy. I had a reoccurring dream towards the start of the trip, and it was my boss from work who'd done the Pennine Way before. I dreamt that I was back at work and I was talking to him about the Pennine Way, and he was asking me how it went, and I got a photo of myself outside the Border Hotel at Kirkyettam. And when he asked me how the final day went, for some reason I couldn't remember, and I started to panic. And when I looked back at the photo that I'd got in my dream, you know, Back to the Future, where the picture of Marty's family starts to slowly vanish as things unravel in the space-time continuum. That's what was happening. And then I woke up. So there will be a photo at the end. It's like being back in California. I'll have to be careful now. The only time I've ever really twisted my ankle properly, guess what I was doing? Messing around with the camera. Repping 213. And as luck would have it, I bumped into Richard.
Yep.
Four-season backpacking. Hit his channel up. You're doing...
I'm walking the English-Scottish border.
But Richard's done some serious hikes in his time.
John O'Groats to Land's End, the Tyrrell Trail, loads of long distance trails as well around Britain. Yeah, so yeah, we're a bit obsessed with hiking really.
Yeah, well,
outdoors.
Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. Head on over to his channel and show him some love.
Alright, cheers, mate.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you as
Probably
well.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take care. Have a nice night, mate.
Alright.
It's turned into another beautiful evening. I was just saying to Richard back there that I'd booked the first half of the Pennine Way's accommodation before I left, and Lisa, aka the emotional support crew, had got all my camping gear in the car, so when she came up to Hawes, there was a consideration that I might camp the rest of the way, but with using the camera as much as I have, I mean the Sony A7 III, the battery's amazing, but it's quite power hungry when I'm sending all the files, so I definitely wouldn't have been able to have done the day-to-day vlogging. I'm a vlogger. Day-to-day vlogging the way that I have if I'd camped it. I wouldn't have been able to have powered all my devices enough. We've arrived in Byrness and I've just left the Pennine Way just back there. I'm heading to the Forest View Walkers Inn, and I've heard that it's absolutely legendary. Joyce and Colin are the couple that run it, and among the Pennine Way crew, they are quite legendary, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. What an amazing place. So it's now 8:30. I've had dinner this evening and been chatting to Peter, who I met a few hours ago. We met on the moors trying to find our way across, but thoroughly enjoyable evening, and all my kit is laid out ready for tomorrow morning. I'm going for an early breakfast, so I'm going to try and get everything edited, be up for 6. To be nice to be able to be gone for 7, because tomorrow's day is a very long day. The signal here isn't that great, so I might be able to just upload this a bit later than usual. I'll probably start uploading it as I start walking, so you're probably not going to see it until about 9 AM. But it's been a really good day, and Forest View Walkers Inn is legendary, it really is. The owners here are really kind and I've really enjoyed it. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for one day more. One day more, another day, another destiny. And if you get that musical reference, high five. Okay, see you tomorrow.